Alright, welcome back, you daring saboteurs and reckless heroes. When last we left our bold crew, they had struck deep into the heart of the enemy's warpath. Through cunning, deception, and just a bit of beautiful, chaotic destruction, they turned the fortress of Rath Keep into a smouldering reminder that the Red Hand's grip is not as firm as they'd like to believe. That's not all. As greater threats loom on the horizon, the Skull Gorge Bridge, a crucial artery for the Red Hand's advancing forces, stands as the next obstacle in your path. If the enemy navy is to tighten its hold on the western seas, they need the path to move troops and supplies at full force. And so, with the weight of the war pressing upon you, a plan was formed. Bold, daring, and of course, wildly unpredictable. Karu, would you like to give us a bit of a recap at first of what happened last session as we go into this?
We dutifully mourned the passing of our captain and set up a little shrine for his egg. We then proceeded to go headfirst into taking down the hobgoblin army. Chaos and the like was the main title of our plan, and Yama and Karu took the lead and came up with a brilliant idea to we realized that the hobgoblin army were going to be going through a narrow sort of like passage called Skull Gorge, I think it was, which would mean that they would take considerably less time to sort of get around these sort of islands. They could cut straight through. So we worked out that we should try and cut off that passage by destroying this sort of large, sort of like old bridge and sort of tower of defenses that used to exist there. So we got Nesbit to make us some bombs, by way of shatter scrolls, yep.
Wrapped in some kind of alchemical nonsense, yep.
Yeah, around like a vial kind of thing. The idea is that we would go there, we would sneak up, and then when we couldn't sneak anymore because somebody loves to wear beautiful gold gilded armor, and we will not fault Yarma for that, but it does mean he clanks when he walks.
I knew I decided to just worn my Shigoto whitening.
And you could have distracted them with your tight pecs, and we would be fine. And so we got the plan, we went to execute the plan, and then at the moment that it all felt like it was going really well, Karu unfortunately dropped one of the Shatter Scroll vials as he was trying to sneak onto the bridge, and thus kind of blew himself up. And now everybody's awake, including the green dragon that was asleep.
So that's what we all saw. And then, if this was a sci-fi TV show, we would see on the screen hours earlier the forest here. It's a sort of early afternoon, evening. The forest has thinned out, the trees giving way to barren, rocky ground. The air is cool and still, the kind of stillness that comes only in the late afternoon. Sun hanging low in the sky. The ground dropping away sharply, revealing this yawning gorge over 100 feet wide. The sound of waves and water echoing up from below. Spanning the gorge is an intact, ancient stone bridge. Its massive blocks, weathered but still imposing. The bridge itself, over 100 feet long, anchored at either end by towering stone watchtowers with pentagonal roofs, narrow wooden staircases winding up the towers leading to open-air watch posts high above. And we see on the northern side of the bridge, dotted with a small encampment, a cluster of tents huddled, campfires reduced to faint embers, and sort of a keening or a wailing interrupting the stillness of the afternoon. The sound of perhaps some kind of strangled animal. We see a figure standing in the center of a group of hobgoblins. Would you like me to describe this character, Aaron, or would you like to describe him?
You could describe him if you want.
So our view comes in, we see long, salt-bleached blonde hair, some loose but also dreadlocks, bronze skin. His eyes are closed with concentration, but every now and then you see one peek open, sort of sea blue. This tall elf standing 6.5 feet tall, potentially even a little bit taller, as he has been made to stand on a box that has been turned up, and the hobgoblins stand around, clapping and trying to keep tune as this warble of sound cuts through the air. In his mouth, this elf's mouth, is a long tube extending down to an air-filled sack under one arm. This sack has was like flute protrusions coming out of it, clarinet protrusions coming out of it, as he stands there, sort of keeping time, tapping his foot while breathing in and squeezing the bag. The sound of bagpipes fill the air. Occasionally, as he's playing, a bit of bone or some sort of gristly meat that one of the hobgoblins has finished eating is thrown at him, and it kind of bounces off his dreadlocks. And the jeering from the crowd for him to keep going, occasionally you hear one yell out, "Play Wonderwall!" Captain, what has your last couple of days been like? Do you want to describe that to us?
Yeah, so, a life on the sea, the wind in one's hair, riches to find and lands to discover. These were the things that Captain Eisliesen Aera were looking forward to when he set out on the SS Bloodsong. What he might not have expected was for the SS Bloodsong to be more the rowboat of sorrows. That he would be marooned in a strange land in search of dragon treasure, because every good pirate knows that despite their fear of dragons, the best treasure was often inside their bellies. He didn't expect to actually find the funny-looking, if somewhat intimidating hobgoblins would in fact not be sensitive to his plight when they stumbled upon him burning what was definitely a ship and not a little two-person rowboat, and they decided he was encroaching upon them. In fact, they were quite insensitive if Captain had to talk about it, stripped of almost everything he owned, and shoved in a cage. He found the only thing he could do to ensure they would not maim, kill, or worse, talk to him, was to assuage their desires with wonderful music. In a world of bards adept in the many-stringed instruments, the percussive sounds of drums, and even the metallic ringing of hammers on swords, he decided to pursue a more noble sound in recent times, the enchanting and relaxing sounds of bagpipes. That'd be it.
Very good. So you've been at this perhaps for a couple of days. Since you had been sort of taken here, you've dealt with some interrogation from the hobgoblins and their draconic leader, but mostly the only use they've found for you is as a boombox in these difficult times, as watching this naval passage has been quite dull and quite boring. Do you speak Hobgoblin at all? Are you aware of... They speak Common to you, but I would imagine they speak Hobgoblin to each other.
Yeah, no, not a clue what they've been talking about.
Yeah. You think something's coming, something big, potentially. There's definitely an air of anticipation. And you are kind of released, being a sort of a false word to sort of perform in the mornings and the afternoons, and then sort of in the evenings you're put back in a cage with your bagpipes to use as a pillow. So it's inflated, but then very, very slowly over the course of the night deflates with just a...
Very good.
And it's on one of these nights, sort of maybe, judging by the low-hanging moon, probably could be about 2 in the morning, when you've woken up because the bagpipe has gone empty again. You have to refill it up if you want to have a pillow. That you find yourself unable to drift off to sleep straight away. That you can see the stars, the small fires in the watchtowers. Here, sort of across the ravine, some sort of call and response going on in Hobgoblin. Hard to gauge what it's about. And then moments later, boom!
What that was.
No idea.
You see the hobgoblins who are kind of intense around you, and even some of them come awake a lot faster than others. The hounds they have with them are very quick to wake and start scurrying around and barking. The half ogre that has been yelling at you constantly and asking song requests that you just don't understand is very slow to wake. But you have a few moments here in your cage. Has Captain been preparing in any way for this kind of moment?
I think you're asking too much of him. And he definitely has not been doing anything but playing those bagpipes. He may have, thought about unlocking the lock, trying to slip a finger in there and wiggle it about and hope that he can pop that open.
But that was tomorrow's problem, or he's gonna...
Hey, I mean, that's a good time as any.
Yeah. Why don't you give me a sleight of hand check, or if you have thieves' tools, some kind of thieves' tools check.
Oh, I can do that.
He's a thief. Get him.
12.
It's not the crit one I was expecting, so...
I think it takes you a little while. Like, you can see panic, people running around. Up on one of the watchtowers, you see silhouetted amongst the stars, wings extend out to block the starlight as a dragon takes flight, and you smell the distinctive burning smell of chlorine on the air. As the hobgoblins that are all rushing to and fro. They don't notice your attempts, but it is taking a while. A 12 is not great. It's taking you a while to get out of this thing. We cut back to the rest of our daring heroes on the other side of the bridge. Cillian, Yama, you are sort of deeper into the woods themselves. Yama, you've got... you had a call and response with one of the hobgoblin guards, convincing them that you were out there you're just taking a bathroom break. Cillian, you were kind of hunkered down with Diana and Nesbit, sort of watching Karu slink off into the shadows until you lost sight of him. But you do not lose sound of him as a large explosion goes off on this end of the bridge. And the hobgoblins and goblins who are seemingly on duty up at the top of these towers start rushing. You can kind of see their silhouettes against the watchtower fires as they rush to the edges and start yelling what's going on, and seemingly about to see Karu. We're going to roll for initiative, everyone.
Dan, would it be okay if we do... Karu did like his hybrid transformation before he like took off into the darkness?
Yeah,
like
that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, because I've not ticked it, but I
Yeah.
absolutely would have done that.
I even love the idea that, like, when you dropped the bomb and you actively went. So I think you actively, like, oh, I can catch this rather than jump out of the way, but completely whiffed it from memory. Once you
I
realize,
didn't.
like, have you ever dropped a
No,
jar off a shelf and then you, like, catch
Yeah.
it with your foot, but it keeps bouncing and you're like, oh, and you know that it's about to just be terrible? I just imagine that's when Karu goes, all right.
If I remember correctly, I actively decided, nah, fuck it.
Not to
Apparently,
cast
we're
it.
exploding things.
Oh, that's
so
right. Maybe it was
that-
jumping out of the way. You
jumping
fucked
out
up.
of the way, and I just kind of hulked into that as I jumped out of the way because I was like, well, I'm gonna get hurt. I might as well save myself.
Yep.
Where's my? Oh, whoa. Oh. Yes.
All right. Where are we?
Indeed.
One of the hobgoblins up on the wall is going to come over the edge and peer down. I think you're just on the edge of his dark vision, actually, so you are revealed. Though it is a very low light thing. He sees you down there. He's like looking down at the explosion. He's like, "Hey, you!"
I try to call back, like I try to imitate what he says back to him, so it sounds like I'm saying Hobgoblin, hey you, but obviously I don't know what I'm doing, so it's just like, arr,
Yeah.
arr, back at him.
Perfect.
He shoots out a firebolt to you, and this sort of streak of light comes at you through the air, and it's kind of like lighting up its path as it rushes at you. Because it's a low light situation, I am going to say he's at disadvantage.
Appreciate that.
12, I assume, will not hit.
No.
But you are lit up momentarily, and you hear him yell, "It's a sea elf! Intruders! Sound the alarm!" He didn't need to yell that. Everyone is already getting to readiness from the explosion.
They've worked it out. Yeah.
Shock.
Some of these goblins are taking a little bit longer to come awake, though, than others. Captain, you see some of these hobgoblins like coming awake, and like they're like, what's going on? They hear the yelling and stuff, and they're just like trying to pull on their boots and come out of their tents. Karu, you are to act. Then we got some bad guys, and then Syama.
Cool. I'm going to run my full movement. I'm gonna just run straight up the bridge.
Mhm.
And can I? So the shatter things, I can like set a delay. I remember there was that thing of like, can I just do like a grenade, and can I just like pull the pin on one of them and throw it?
Sure.
How far can I throw?
Excellent question. How far can you throw?
I don't know, but I want to throw it like. I'm trying like. Okay, I can't ping. I want to throw it like here. So probably, what is that? It's like another 50-ish feet.
So let's see, if we give you a dagger, what does that say you can throw? So 20 feet without disadvantage, up to 60 feet with disadvantage.
Wow, 20 feet is not that far away from me. This map is so big. I mean, what happens if I miss, per se? Like, the disadvantage, what is that gonna, like, do?
Excellent question. I think I will give the because I think the shatter is actually the structure making, like, a roll against the damage.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just say, like, you probably don't get it in a great spot. So rather than having advantage because it's a it would normally have disadvantage because it is a material that shatter can destroy very easily. It will just have a normal roll against your attack.
That's okay. I think I might just do 20 feet. I might just lob at the 20 feet. So, because that's like still a good spot, and yeah, pretty much just throw it. How do I draw a thing? I draw a thing. Yeah. No. No. Oh, that's the measurement tool. Hi, I have my own D&D campaign in Foundry, but I have no idea how to use Foundry. Now I don't know how to delete that circle. Oh, there we go. Yeah. What's the radius on shatter? Sorry.
It's like a 10-foot wide kind of thing.
That's okay. Pretty much there.
Cool.
I'm gonna throw it. Do you want me to do an attack roll?
Do you want to roll the damage for shatter? Which is 3d8.
Yep. Oh,
I rolled it as you. Well, I rolled a 4. So the bridge does not do very well out of this. It's going to take effectively the full damage. You feel the with the area behind you, chunks missing out of it. Area in front of you, you take out a big hole in it. The sides are still somewhat holding together, but you do feel a slight shunt and a shift in the bridge itself. Yeah.
Cool. With my bonus action, just because obviously I've woken everybody up, I am going to put a Crimson Rite on my fancy new sword. I'm going to do cold damage. I don't do cold damage that much, so why not? That's not going to roll a d8, is it? That's rude. This is just my necrotic damage, but that's the end of my turn.
Cool.
I take 3 damage.
Alright, we got hobgoblins coming awake, running around, trying to figure out what's going on. A hobgoblin steps out onto the edge of the parapet. Sort of in the moment that you've loosed the bomb, he takes aim at you, and in the darkness again, with even though he's got night vision, of course, he can see you, but it is still effectively dim light as there is no light around you. And he fails. But that's not all. We've got more gerblins.
Gerblins.
Gerblins. How far away are you, Yama? You're 100 feet away. They can't see you.
In the black.
A hellhound. Bloody hell.
Coming tearing out like a bat out of hell is a hellhound. It leaps over the crack in the wall and is just like sprinting, its claws clacking and scratching over the worked stone as it runs up to you. But that is its entire action to do so. Creature that is on top of the spire locks eyes with you, Karu. You can kind of see it turn its head to look down at you. And it will fly. It can fly 80 feet. So it's effectively going to come at you directly. And as it does, it sprays it opens its maw. You can smell that chlorine kind of hitting your nose with your extra special smeller. And just a breath of poison comes out at you.
Great.
I'm going to need you to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, sorry. I shouldn't have pressed it. It's gonna... Okay, it only rolled 2. I failed.
You take 51 poison damage.
Sorry, what was that number?
51 poison damage.
Interesting.
Yeah. Ooh. Just gonna bloody myself real quick.
And it continues kind of flying a little bit past you. Oh, I can apply that to your token. Would you like me to do that?
Whatever brings you joy.
Haha, put a little blood on you too. That's great.
Wait, it's telling me I've sustained a lingering injury.
Oh, jeez.
Reason, damage exceeded half of maximum HP. Roll on the poison damage table.
Oh. I didn't know that was the thing. Maybe that's a 2024 rules thing. I didn't know that was the thing.
Yeah, it's like Maxwell Manual of Malicious Maladies.
Maladies?
Maladies?
Yeah.
Maladies?
Malady?
I'm not gonna...
Maladies.
Malicious malady? I'm gonna not roll on that.
No, that's fine. Another hellhound comes running out. Captain, you see it sprint past your cage, just ignoring you completely.
Very good.
Another hobgoblin up on the thing here. Can he target you from this range? 600 feet. Yeah, he can. But he will also fail. Yama, you hear a second explosion go off, and you see a dragon swoop the bridge and blast out this sort of bright green sickly breath over Karu.
So Yama is going to breach the light here, and as he's doing so, he's going to bonus action trigger his Ring of Expeditious Retreat to give him an extra 30 feet. So he's going to single movement 60 feet run in, and as he's doing so, he's drawing his sword, and he says, "Now, men, for Captain Nocta, the Reaver!" And then he's going to cast Daylight on maybe on the campfire near him, because he doesn't want to cast it on himself this time,
Sure.
but just to like draw attention. So that is a 60-foot sphere of sunlight, and then another 60 feet of dim light.
Love that.
But yeah, he's really just like, look at me.
Excellent. Where is Daylight? Daylight?
Can I try and like intimidate by using the Reaver's name to maybe try and like draw some enemies to him or something?
Absolutely. Where are you placing the Daylight, by the way? Can you just ping it for me?
Oh, sorry. There's like a little campfire that's already giving off light just ahead of me. Can I do it from there, please, Funker? Let there be light.
Excellent. So that's how big it is. So I need to create a light source that big, right?
Oh, yes.
My element of surprise is gone.
Was it darkness?
I was like standing there in the dark, like, yeah, and then someone turned the lights on.
You're
I'm like,
behind
fuck.
a bush. It's fine.
I'm taller than a bush.
Just be crouching. There's trees there too.
Um,
My intimidation check was only a 14.
That's right. I think the big blast of light and
Sort out.
yeah, Karu's like in darkness, very hard to hit, and they've been having trouble hitting him. Well, everyone but the dragon. So I think, yeah, you casting Daylight and just walking into the center, gold gleaming armor, and yelling out that you're here on behalf of, what, Nocta the Reaver?
Noctar the Reaver.
They're all, you see goblin heads looking over the parapet, looking at you, and they're absolutely going to open fire at you.
Sweet. Thank you.
In fact, here comes the first one. No disadvantage because you're in direct light, but it is a miss.
Maybe the light's too bright.
Maybe it is too bright. Is this light too bright? Oh, this light might be a bit dark, so it's gonna... How am I just rolling so terribly? Oh, it's because I keep rolling disadvantage. Karu, another arrow flings by you. More hobgoblins struggling to wake up. Little goblin snipers are jumping up on the parapet, trying to take shots at Karu still. But no luck. One of the hobgoblins is going to kind of run down the stairs here and come to confront you. He draws his sword to match yours, Yama, and it's just like, we are all meant to be you go tell Noctar we're all meant to be working together under Kale. You traitor. I know how to... I just know how to send this message. Your head!
Oh, I'd love to see you try.
Captain, we find you... You've just popped the cage open. You've got your bagpipe, as inflated as you would like. But surrounded by some hobgoblins awake, some asleep. Getting kind of roused, not really sure what's going on. But here may be your moment. The dragon is no longer looking over the area. And it seems like a lot of the hobgoblins are rushing to the bridge.
Okay. So, out of pure self-preservation, I'm gonna look around to see if I can find my gear, because obviously I've been stripped of everything, and it'd be kind of nice to have a sword in my hand.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Perception. Okay. Hang on.
29 is pretty good. In fact, I think that's a crit. Yeah, you find whatever you want to find. I think you found it, buddy. You tell me. What did they take off you?
So would have been, they left him with his bagpipes, but they took away his war gong, they took away his viol, so they weren't particularly smart about it, and they left them right next to the cage, just out of reach.
Mm-hmm. They've been actually teasing you with those over the last couple of days. Like, they've been playing them terribly.
Yeah.
With you.
Horrifically bad. Yeah. His rapier and his 2 daggers, just left in like a little, faux gravestone, just letting him know what was intended for his future. Also right next to the instruments. So he's just gonna pop out of his cage, grab them, and he's just gonna, start to sprint away.
So not moving quietly or anything like that, just making a run for it.
Yeah, he's just out of there.
Okay.
He's scared. There's a dragon. He's terrified of dragons, but he's also gonna go find the dragon because he needs the treasure.
Sure. So you start making a run for the bridge, and you can see, well, actually, you could probably just see the edge of the hounds running across the bridge itself. I think just outside that dark vision range you have as an elf, is Karu and the dragon. I think you could probably see the silhouette of the dragon, flying over the bridge. It seems to be harassing or haranguing somebody. I think with your current vision, you can't see much further. Beyond the bridge, though, I believe you would be able to see the glowing daylight. And Yama, the hobgoblin paladin in his full gold regalia, standing, defiantly on the other end of the bridge.
Ooh.
So that's your movement. Would you like to do an action or a bonus action?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thought about it?
Yeah, so he's, he's running away, terrified, but, slight self-preservation. He's gonna, cast Alter Self and change his appearance into that of a hobgoblin. Safety.
So you kind of duck around a corner, Clark Kent style.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, you now look, or you rush past a tent, and then out the other side is a hobgoblin buckling on his rapier, stowing his war gong.
He's kind of bizarre. He's got some bagpipes, but,
Sure.
Yeah, that'll be me.
Excellent. Love that. Or plate. Excellent. One of the hobgoblins is kind of crawling out of his tent, being like, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on? We're under attack. Is it the Navy? Is it the church? Is it Damrakir?" He is known. Oh, I forgot to assign who's running Nesbit and who's running Diana, by the way.
Ah, shit. I mean, I usually run Diana. I can run Diana.
We'll deal with them on at the end of the round.
Yeah. They're sleepy. They didn't quite.
That's right. Yeah, they were in a tense discussion about the merits of explosive powders versus explosive liquids, and the correct terminology between flammable and inflammable, which is the one you're meant to be using. Nesbit only wants to use flammable as a term, but Diana's like, no, but you can say inflammable.
I also like to think that when they see the dragon spew, they then get into a discussion about the difference between poisonous and venomous.
Yeah, excellent.
And then Cillian's right next to them, like, pipe down.
They're like, Diana's like, no, this is important because there is a difference between the two.
Cillian, I don't care. Unless you can find a way to get me over there fast, I don't care.
He's like, you should, because it's the difference between eating the frog and then the frog biting you. It's all the difference.
I'll just blow the frog up.
One is ingested.
Nesbit says, well, Cillian, if you want to get over there really fast, do you want to try these shoes that I made? And you can clearly see that they're just more explosives on the bottom of
foolishly
some
seeking
sandals.
fortune and glory
Rocket shoes.
in
Are
this
they
domain.
like
the
rocket
damned.
shoes or are they like TNT shoes?
They're one use
With enough
unless you're
ale,
very good at
Maybe
hopping
they
and
can
can
be
kind of
inured
like just do
against the
one leg at a
horrors
time.
below.
Because I mean, if it's like a bottle rocket,
With enough ale,
I mean, he
maybe
says,
they can be
wait.
inured against
When
the
Ratty and I
horrors
tried this, it
below.
was a lot safer because he had 4 legs. So he had some spare.
With enough ale, maybe they can be inured
Yeah,
against
look,
the horrors
okay.
below.
I mean, I can have 4 legs. That's not an issue. But like, I don't want to hurt myself on the way in when I'm trying to you see that drag. I want to kill that dragon.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna need all of my legs. If it's all the same to you.
Oh, hey, we got a raid. Thank you. Thank you, Marlon Proto. Hope you're enjoying. So we play Red Hand of Doom. We're about to see what Cillian is about to do to try and get into range of this dragon. We know he hasn't loved dragons in the past.
Cillian turns into dragon-ish.
Oh, that's true. But he doesn't like other dragons.
Dragon light. Yeah, no, he only likes himself and his dragon friends that he can bring in. So Cillian's like, well, you guys have fun with your conversation, I guess. I don't care. And he's going to polymorph into... Oh, we'll go giant ape.
Okay.
For this one. And then he's gonna run. He's gonna use his action to dash and run 80 feet.
Is polymorph in action?
Ah, true. 40 feet.
I guess we'll see who has the bigger
Wait,
movement speed.
let me read my polymorph thing because it's a feat thing. Shape changed. I think it's still once per short rest you can cast without expending. If you do so, blah blah blah. Yeah, no. 40 feet.
Okay.
And then do I have any bonus actions as a giant ape? I doubt it. Yeah, none. He'll just yell.
Mhm.
That's what he's gonna do. He's just gonna yell a bunch.
Excellent. So you've moved 40 feet forward, and you're rushing in. I assume knuckles dragging as you lumber up behind Yama.
Yeah, I like to think that I didn't run in. I just jumped 40 feet
Yes.
and just came to a skidding halt, just trying to make as much noise as possible.
And I think the hobgoblin who came out to meet you, Yama, is come out. He's like, I will send your head back as a warning, and then just out of the darkness, giant ape leaping into the daylight spell you've created, gives the guy a little bit of pause.
Yeah, Yama is like, my faithful steed, come.
If you call Cillian a faithful steed, you're gonna get thrown at a dragon.
I think that's what he wants, honestly. One of the hobgoblins runs up next to you, Captain, and says to you, in Hobgoblin, something. Can you give me an insight check with disadvantage, because you don't understand the language?
Sure.
They're saying, "Ooh, that sea elf, so sexy. Let's not kill him."
Could be. Could be. You seem to kind of get the gist of this guy doesn't know what's going on. He sees you running into the fight, and he's just come up. It's crazy. It's 2 a.m. This guy's a little bit doesn't know what's going on, and seems to be asking you what's the deal, right? What's going on? What's happening? And you have a moment here to kind of verbally or non-verbally kind of give him some instructions, I guess.
Captain's just gonna point in the direction that the sounds came from and where the dragon flew, and then just mime explosion.
Yeah.
And just boom. Waving his hands around.
And he's looking at you like, all right, yes. And he gives you a guttural response, and you see him draw his sword, and he's just like, he's with you, let's go.
Fantastic.
He's gonna join our crew.
You see the half ogre that was kind of just giving you those big claps, never on beat. Who was fast asleep is slowly coming awake now. So we're at the end of the round. Karu, do you want to let me know what Diana's up to, and then whoever's taking over Nesbit can tell me what Nesbit has been up to this round.
I can do Nesbit if you want. Oh, okay. Do you do that, Dylan?
I mean, if you want to, you can. I'm not fast.
I really don't.
I've already got explosives.
Well, I'm pretty sure Diana can hit this guy that's come out. Yes, she can. She has 150 feet on her signature attack. If I was reading that correctly. Yeah. So I think she'll shoot that guy from where she's standing. Yeah. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, from memory, she has a magical bow. So yeah, anything 150 feet, she has normal. 600 feet is disadvantage, up to 600 feet. But she got a magical quiver that never runs out from the Feywild.
That's right. Is she level 7 now?
Yes, I believe you've been spending a lot of time with her, training specifically. and other things, but also training.
She's got some cool stuff at level 7. 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alright, I can't click her thing, so I'm just typing these out, so bear with me. So it's 8 piercing damage on that guy.
On the guy on the ground?
Yeah, the one that came down. This one here, sorry. I should have tried to target him.
That's cool.
And then she is probably just going to start moving forward, I'd say. She's got 30 feet, so...
Yeah.
We'll just get her to...
So she
follow
comes
behind.
galloping in behind Cillian.
I can't move
Oh, you can't move her, sorry.
apparently. Probably just out of turn initiative. Yeah, there we go, thank you. That's her done.
Cool. And Nesbit. Cillian?
Yeah, so... sorry, I haven't done this in a while. What is... So Nesbit's got Acid Arrow, Fireball, and Wall of Fire, does he?
He has
That's
Acid
what it
Arrow and
says.
Fireball. His he hasn't unlocked Wall of Fire yet.
Okay, and then his signature attack. It's not telling me the range on his signature attack.
Excellent question. He does
It's Ray of Frost.
Rare Frost, 60 feet.
60 feet. Okay. I would like for... Actually, did he have any little explodey boys on him when I was next to him?
He kind of gave them all to Karu, but if you want to spend an inspiration, I will let you kind of magic story the fact that he did, just narrativium. What are you after in particular?
Just something that'll, like, for my next turn, will just buff my rock throw, essentially.
Okay. Well,
I got an extra...
he does not necessarily cast spells. Like, in my mind, it's the rules of the spells, but he has alchemical concoctions. So if you want to say that he hands you his fireball concoction, and you're going to lob that, I would allow it. Or an acid concoction.
No, I think Nesbit will just sort of climb up in the tree, and he'll hold an action in case anything comes close enough for him to throw something at.
Cool.
So he'll, like, stay there to cover
stay
and
on watch
retreat
kind
when
of
it
thing.
comes to that point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I don't want to kill Nesbit while Timmy is away.
Yeah, fair enough. Cool. End of round 1. Round 2, we've got a hobgoblin wizard who has obviously seen the daylight, seen the big killy ape step out of the shadows, I guess Yama, you've put the call out and been the center of attention here. So I think you've got the attention of this guy. And he's going to shoot a ray of frost at you. Oops, I still had Karu selected. My bad.
Karu dead.
It would have done all the damage. It was a crit. Now your armor doesn't let you get crit from weapon attacks, right?
It makes me immune to critical hits.
Wild.
Damn it.
That's bullshit. Fuck.
I can look into it.
That's alright.
Adamantine.
Fine, I'll just roll like shitty damage. It's fine. Okay.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. It's actually saved my life a lot of times.
You're going to take 15 cold damage, and your speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn.
No, I'm even slower.
It's okay. There's a giant ape that can just throw you.
Yes.
You'll be real fast. Fastest you've ever
I'm
been.
super excited for that, like a bullet.
More hobgoblins running out now that they've got their pants on, are running alongside you, Captain, as they kind of get ready. You know, some of them a bit slower than others. Some of them still like hopping because they've only got one leg in their pants. Karu, You're on the bridge. You're in darkness.
Yes. Question. The hat whiskey that Paulie always has, was that actually healing or was it only healing for Paulie?
I was only healing for Paulie because he wears the amulet of the drunkard, which lets any alcohol he drinks heal him.
Should have stolen that off him. That's fine because I do have some potions of greater healing. So for a bonus action, can I swig one of them?
Sure.
Cool. Not great, but it'll be something. That's not gonna roll, is it? Oh, it did roll. Cool, I get 13 points of healing. That's fine. I'll take it. And then I'm going to, seeing sort of everything starting to come towards me from the other side, like from the side of the ravine that I'm facing. I'm like seeing all these hobgoblins and I'm thinking like shit.
Yeah.
What else is there other than a dragon? There's definitely another campfire around there. I would like to point my what is it called? My ruin blade, my new friend.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Ready for business.
Yeah, my real friend who we haven't agreed on a name yet, but we're getting there. You know, maybe we'll work it out in battle. I would like to point my I would point it over here on this corner of the tower.
Yep.
What I want to do is I want to blow a hole in that corner of the tower so that the tower then falls like forward onto the bridge. Does that make sense?
That does make sense.
Which means I would like to cast that disintegrate spell against that spot of the tower. It might even be that I also try to get the cliff as well. So I'm like pointing it at the kind of bottom of the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you want to roll the 10d6 plus 40 force damage for me, please?
I would love to do that. Thank you.
That sounds fun.
78.
So you hold the blade aloft, and the blade says, Rudy, reporting for duty. And, yes, sir! And then just a big laser comes out of the sword, and just you can barely hold it steady as it's just painting the side of the cuts through the cliff, cuts through part of the bridge and the tower itself, and just lances through. And you see the tower start shifting, and it is going to fall.
Cool. Is it looking like it's going to fall on the bridge like I'd hoped?
Yes, yeah, because you've cut that base, but not like the far base. So like you see it kind of shunt down and start leaning over. Captain, if you're looking at the bridge, you see the tower to your southeast has just been laser cut, and is now potentially going to be falling, blocking your way across the bridge in a moment or two.
You're a hobgoblin to me, man.
He's the enemy, get him!
I can see two
You are on mute, Aaron, as well, so we can't hear you, but...
It sure was.
Yeah.
It was just the quiet exclamation of shit.
All I see is hobgoblins. I'm like, I'm in trouble. I'm gonna guess that was my full action
to cast. Yeah. And as you're doing it, you can just feel, Rudy the Ruin Blade just be like, "Oh, we're wiping out history."
Yeah, I knew you'd love that, buddy. All right. And I will be taking an attack of opportunity here, but I am gonna move back now. What is that measurement? That is terrifying. Okay. I might as well. I'm doing the full. Was it you?
Seeing how far away I am.
Okay. No, I thought that was like Dan measuring an attack or something, and I was like, oh no.
Oh,
You've activated my trap card.
Yeah, so I'm going to move my full movement, and that hellhound can get an attack opportunity on me.
He bites, but I believe a 16 does not hit.
Ooh, it does not. And Diana, on my turn, she is going to shoot at that same hobgoblin again. So I'll roll. So her 17?
I believe 17 will hit.
Cool. Dun-dun-dun. Should make a macro for this. Ooh, 12 damage.
How does Diana handle this?
I reckon it's great if that hobgoblin is trying to still talk to Yama, like, you know, threatening the whole thing about, like, he keeps repeating, like, yeah, you're bad, your head, I'll take your head, and it just, like, an arrow just goes straight through his throat.
I love it. And Yama's like, yeah.
And she's gonna just move. I can't move her again. Why can't I move her?
Oh, because I hadn't set her turn. But that's right.
Okay, well, she's gonna move there.
Cool.
Thank you.
Hobgoblins kind of coming out of the woodwork here. They see the raw destruction. I think this guy's probably going to try and get up top, start making his way up the tower. It hasn't been destroyed. These guys on the tower, let's roll maybe some dex saving throws for them as the tower starts pitching and falling. Oh, that guy's not good. So one of them, as he kind of gets thrown against the battlement or the wall of the upper watchtower, and with the shunting of the tower, and as it starts collapsing, and you see him just get flung into it and just end over ends over the edge, and starts falling down the cliff.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you're kind of on the run, Karu, so you don't see it, but you certainly hear, I think, him crack something on an outcropping below.
I hear a Wilhelm scream.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Behind me.
And just the bowled over kind of. Yeah.
Perfect.
Excellent. The little goblin who's just seen one of his friends go down, and I mean, he's like, well, I don't really like that guy anyway, but he is going to take a shot at. He kind of pokes his head up and over, sees you, Yama, assumes you've done this, and it's just like, revenge! When it rains, it pours. You can't be crit, you goose. Don't be like that. So mean.
I'm such a crit magnet, but I like.
You're gonna take 7 damage.
Oh, is it magical?
No, it's just a little goblin short bow.
I'm so sorry to take the fun away from you, Dad.
I mean, Foundry's already like, hey, yeah, that's 7. You can only apply 40 armor. How rude.
Foundry knows best.
The Hellhound, hot on your heels, Karu, is going to run after you. It has a movement speed of 50.
Oof.
Just catches up.
Ah, hey friend.
Oh, that's more fun. 23 to hit.
Yes, I was just trying to see something. No, it's within 60 feet. Okay. How much damage?
4 piercing, which is non-magical, and 8 fire, which I would say is.
4. So 2 piercing and then.
Oh, sorry,
8 fire.
7
Gotcha.
piercing, because the +3 is piercing. So 7 piercing and 8 fire.
So 3 piercing and 8 fire. Cool. Also, I realized I was supposed to like heal because I'm under half. So
Oh, yeah.
I will
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
you can do that
now.
Cool.
Oh shit.
All right, the dragon is going to see if it has recharged its breath weapon.
Please say no.
Interesting.
I hate when he does that.
The dragon seems to be flying around kind of in a lazy circle to make its way back around to face you, Karu.
Oh no.
Fucking
but
hell.
it does not get close enough to unleash its breath weapon.
Cool.
More hobgoblins coming over, seeing the wild wreckage that is about to take place. What's the range of this guy? What's his longbow range? 600? Arrows flying at you, Karu, from the watchtowers. Does not have a... an arrow kind of slices through one of your tentacles, dealing 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Ow. Thank you.
One of the other hounds, hot on your heels. Probably not as good as you. It has to like go around the defenses.
It's not park-harrowing.
It's
Yeah.
not park harrowing.
Mhm.
But it has to use its whole turn to do that. I think you've thoroughly got people's attention over here, Yama. If I had to say so. More bows ready at your position. But no, they don't hit. Just arrows into the grass around you. And it's your turn.
Shit. Okay, I am going to. Oh gosh, this map is so big.
And Karu went so far with all his little speed, away from any help.
Literally away from any help.
It was gonna be fine. I just dropped.
It was gonna be fine a little bit. Yama's just gonna move more into the center there, all while still yelling. I think he's kind of like, prepare yourselves for the arrival of Captain Nocta, the Reaver. And he's just like, smacking his like sword against his chest, so it's like reverberating. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Expeditious Retreat on myself again because I lost it in the last round when I got hit. That's my last charge of the day. And then I can't really reach Karu at all, I think. You're so far away, 90 feet. Alright, am I just...
Yeah, far away.
You're fine over there.
I got an army of hobgoblins with me, it's fine.
You're one of them.
I'll bet you're one of them. If I go another 30 feet, I'm just gonna stay where I am. And I think because there's no one within range of me, he's still just like yelling, and antagonizing people, but I can't really do anything.
Yeah. I think like the hobgoblins are kind of yelling down at you, like, "What the hell? We're all part of the same red hand, you idiot!" Like, this gorge is really important for our tactics. You're fucking it up for the rest of us.
I will stand at the top next to Captain Noctar, and you will kneel at my feet, goblin scum.
Well, at that,
Damn.
I guess you're gonna get shot at. 24 to hit.
It's... What else is a paladin good for?
You're gonna take 4 piercing damage.
One?
It ends up being 1 damage for you because I hate you. You're well out of range. Oh wait, Karu, what's the short bow range? 320 feet.
Oh, wow.
What?
Easy.
not.
Easy. Oh, is it disadvantage? 7.
Thank you.
Not gonna hit. But if they attack often enough, there's some chances.
Eventually, something will hit.
Eventually.
Remember, my armor class is 18 now. Just,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I can see it down the bottom
Swan.
there.
Yeah, cool, cool. Thank you.
Captain, you seem to be kind of leading the charge of these hobgoblins. You can probably see in the, just in the edge of the light, there seem to be, these hellhounds seem to be chasing after some kind of fishman, kind of merman. And the hobgoblins seem to kind of be battling each other somewhat. In the very, very far distance, you think you can make out the shape or silhouette of a giant ape lumbering up to these towers on the opposite edge of the gorge. And the tower in front of you is starting to topple over and looks like it could be about to fall and kind of either break the bridge or block your path.
Fantastic.
There's a lot going on. Hitch a ride on the dragon.
No self-preservation. Captain's just gonna keep sprinting at that bridge.
Mhm.
I'm gonna, what is it, 80 feet if I dash? I'm just gonna pray for the best and hope that doesn't, fall. Captain just sort of waving his hands, trying to point at the bagpipes and all the instruments to, hopefully, someone will see it and, think, that's a weird looking hobgoblin.
No, we're not racist. We attack all hobgoblins.
Yeah, I'm currently not very smart. You're a fancy looking hobgoblin. Gonna eat you.
And I guess the other hobgoblins are kind of like chasing after you. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Captain, as parts of the stone masonry of this tower are sliding out and you have to kind of dodge around them. Oh yeah, you're fine.
Rolling good today.
So you sidestep with a careful of the bagpipes as you have to squeeze a little bit to kind of squeeze past. I assume while running as well, there's the sound of the gong, flapping on your shoulder.
Yeah, it's just banging about.
It's like if you've ever seen those 5-in-1 band guys where they've got the drum and the harmonica and they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
He may have tactically put the war gong right next to his rapier, so it's just sort of hitting off the rapier.
Dun, dun, yep. With each step of the bagpipes.
Yeah.
So as your action and movement, are there any bonus actions you would like to perform?
No, not quite yet.
Okay.
Not quite yet.
All right. Cillian.
Alright, Cillian is going to move 40 feet to here. And then how far away? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine.
Well,
I've got it. It's fine. I've got it. Don't worry about it.
Nah, Cillian's going to move another 40 feet and use his action. Can we... what am I doing? There we go. To here. And he's just going to stand at the foot of the bridge and try to attract as much notice as possible.
So you just step over Yama, who's there shouting and arrows just bouncing off his armor, and just boom, boom.
I like to think that Cillian's just moved Yama out of the way. Didn't alter course at all. Just pushed Yama aside and kept going, which would be confusing to all of the other hobgoblins that are like, this is an important person, and a monkey has just pushed them out of the way.
Yo, there goes Tokyo, go Godzilla.
He's just getting ready because he at max view range he can just see Karu running back, so he's like, I know that guy. Help that guy.
One of the hobgoblin who was kind of running alongside you, Captain, he was not as lucky as you. Now So you sidestep out of the way of a brick, of like a stone, like a big stone brick right from this tower, easily. Does he just fail, or was there like a slight look out and you push him into the brick?
Yeah, that's if it was small enough to kick into his face, would have kicked it into his face. But you know, if it's big enough, just push him out of the way, into the way, right under the brick.
Yeah. So you give him the like,
Oh no!
oh look out, there's bricks, and you shove him so that he's in the path of a brick, and it just completely hits him. And flattens him. Like, you just see him get crushed and fall to the ground dead.
Perfect.
Alright. Ogre. Where's Music Man gone?
Be real funny when the ogre realizes who I am.
Big conga man, you have a you're standing there going like, focus on me. Yama's standing there, focus on me. A hobgoblin up on the tower, he says, I have something for this.
Here we go.
And just sheets of ice start hailing down from above you. I need you both to make dexterity saving throws, please. DC 13.
Okay.
50-50 chance. I have a +3.
9.
Nice.
Mine is.
The
still
ape is
rolling.
not very dexterous.
Wait, you got a +3 from me? Oh, that's not enough. I got a 13.
No,
It's close,
I get
but it was not enough. So,
12.
Yama, you're going to take half as much damage. It is 12 bludgeoning, 13 cold, but it is all magical. So total of 25.
13 cold.
25.
Total of 25
Alright.
if you don't have any resistances.
Beautiful.
Cool, I've taken the damage. I need to make a con save.
Oh, yep.
Wait,
Concentration
did I
check.
need to half the 25 or?
It's all magical.
Okay, 25.
Are you resistant to cold?
Oh no, but I
No.
made the save.
Oh, yes, sorry, yeah, you need to halve the 25.
I'm also no longer an ape.
Oh no!
God damn it, the squishy
went
bolt
real
was
well.
in the middle of the... Why did you do that?
I'm not that squishy.
I'm a literal tank character.
I'm on par with Karu in terms of squishiness.
Wait, you got 99 HP?
I'm not that far off it. It's more my AC.
Oh no, I meant 99 hit points, but
Yeah. Not that far off 99.
Imagine being
Sure.
squishy. Couldn't be me.
Yeah, not the pod character. All them bagpipes.
Yeah, cool armor, bro.
He's got a pillow
To be
sleep
fair,
on, let's leave him
I'm literally
behind.
walking around in like leather slacks, a shirt with no sleeves, and then a coat with no sleeves. Like, I have no armor at all.
yeah, no. The secret is you need at least 3 coats layered over each other. That's my secret.
No, I just have really cool tattoos.
Nah, it's the coat. You need 3 coats. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, luckily I took
coats
the damage before I got booted out of being
You
an ape.
guys just need to get on my level and get some shiny gold-plated armor.
I'm gonna banish you to
one
the Shadow
day.
Realm.
The other fun thing, that entire area now is difficult terrain.
Oh,
That's
shit.
okay.
Requires double amount of
That
movement.
doesn't bother me.
Okay, well.
Also, doesn't really affect me all that much.
When I
Um,
get there, it won't affect me.
other hobgoblins coming in behind you, Captain. This guy's gonna also roll a
Need to
dex
take
save
that.
as just bricks and mortar are coming loose. Oh god, no, he's fucked.
This is
He
crazy.
sees you running
How
forward,
can
clanging
you?
bagpipes, you know, the battle bard running in. He's like, I didn't know we had a battle bard. This is awesome!
But that's all in goblins. You don't know what he was saying.
Yeah, I got no clue.
He was just like, yeah, that guy's jazzed. He gets it.
More of them just trying to make it, and are just all getting crushed.
I'm glad I saved myself there.
Karu, you are surrounded by
died.
hellhounds.
Yep. It's fine. I'm gonna take my 3 healing points and then I'm gonna run. Heal. I said heal. Like, sorry, my computer. Having a great time over here. And then I'm gonna do. Oh no, I pressed the save thing. I'm sorry, it's gonna roll 1,000 times. Okay, only twice. Cool. I did not fail my wisdom save, which is fine. Can I do something, Dan? So I have one more of the little shatter bombs left.
Yeah.
Can I hold it up in front of these 2 hellhounds and go, "Hey boy, do you want to get it? You want to get the ball? Do you want to get the ball? You want to get the ball?" Can I can they roll it's something to see if they
Give
wanna
me an
get the
animal
ball?
handling check. Versus they're gonna do a wisdom check, I think. Yeah.
Wait, no. Can I do it twice because there's 2 of them?
Sure.
As in, I failed one. Can I see if I can get one of them to follow the ball?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not going to be any better.
It's worse.
That's much worse.
You know what has to happen here, Katie? With a natty 1.
I didn't quit.
Get the ball! You wanna get the ball! You wanna get the ball! And it just reaches forward and bites onto the...
Yeah, look, I'm fine to have it that maybe I drop the thing right where we're standing.
Yeah. So you're trying to get its attention. In fact, you did it so well that it didn't... It's like no take, only throw. You know, it just
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so I was trying to get its attention, it lashes out at me and I'm like, ah! And I drop the bomb right where we're standing.
Yeah.
What's the damage again?
3d8 thunder damage and a con saving throw.
My face hurts from laughing.
Not me running as far as I can to try and help you, or that you blow yourself up before I can get there.
Hey, you turned back out of being a gorilla, so you could just shut up. 12
I'm
damage.
disintegrating this bridge.
Damn bridge.
I'm disintegrating the bridge. Y'all are on your own.
Got a 16 con save.
Okay, so you're gonna take half damage.
Half a 12. That's okay. That didn't quite work how I wanted it to work.
Dogs. And... hellhounds, okay. Oh wait, what was the damage? 16.
It was only 12.
Oh, 12.
12.
These hounds seem a little bit hardier, but they don't love that. They're kind of flung, and you feel the stones cracking beneath you. You've now hit kind of 3 major parts, maybe not the best parts of the spatial of this bridge, but you feel bricks and kind of stone slabs in this bridge start to come loose of their mortar and start slipping down. You can hear them cracking onto outcroppings and then plunging into the water below.
Amazing. I'm going to, I assume, provoke attacks of opportunity, and I'm going to just run
Sure.
towards where I just saw a big ape, but now it's Cillian.
Best part of these guys is they get advantage because of pack tactics when there's 2 of them.
Didn't think of that.
But a 15 will not hit, and a 15 will not hit. Stupid dog.
Safe. You see Karu suddenly just back out of the darkness towards where you guys are, and he's just covered in blood, and he's just dragon. And then that's my turn.
Excellent. You're like just on the edge of the daylight. You're kind of running out of the darkness, covered
I
in
feel like I've just like come out of nowhere, just
smoke and blood and yeah.
Are these guys up here like visible?
Yeah, but they'd have
Yes.
cover.
Okay.
Yeah. So they'd have like an extra 2 armor class kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, she's got infinity arrows. I think Diana will move. I still can't move her. Sorry, she'll move her full feet of movement to where my cursor is.
Yep.
Yep. And then I guess she'll just shoot at this guy here. Oops.
Dirty 20.
Sick. Good job, Diana. Indeed.
Was it the wizard goblin or like the little goblin?
It was the guy in the darker clothing.
Oh, okay, this guy up here.
Yeah. Roll 1d8 plus 5. Ooh, 13 damage, piercing damage.
That is exactly enough to kill a hobgoblin.
Hell yeah, Diana.
So as you're coming out of the darkness, you just hear like a whistle, you know, that kind of, and like one of the hobgoblins, some of them looking over at Cillian and Yama, one of them looks over to where Diana is and then just gets an arrow to the throat and collapses to the ground.
My reaction was
yeah.
Karu's reaction, just hell yeah.
One of these hobgoblins has got to the top of this tower and realizes that he's kind of missed the party, so he's like, fuck! He has to probably like run back down the tower on his turn. The little goblin is going to shoot at Diana because he's just seen that she's attacked his frond.
Frond.
18 to hit Diana.
Yeah, that'll hit. She has a con
Just
save.
makes a con save, yeah. Alright.
15. She's fine.
Yeah.
It's like half damage or 10 from memory, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the short bow can do more than 10, so that's all good. Hellhounds on your heels, Karu. But again, needs to use its whole turn to do so. In fact, it's nipping at your heels, trying to get ahead of you, as dogs do. And just as soon as you look away, or like not focus, it's going to do that thing where it's like running alongside you, and then it just tries to turn into your path so you can like trip over it.
Yep.
Kate knows that one, I bet.
Yep.
Is that the bento special?
He's just a goddamn monster.
The dragon's turn, huh? Oh, interesting.
Oh god.
The dragon's going to swoop down.
No.
Charge, yeah. Yama's not close enough, but Karu is.
Oh, it looks like Karu's doing it.
I know, right?
Karu, why are you burping on me, bro?
Why does
Karu
it look
and
like that?
Cillian, can you give me con saving throws, please? DC 14.
Yeah.
Oh god, okay. I think I'm still gonna go down.
So it is 51 points of damage. So you're each going to take 25,
half?
yeah.
Oh my god, I am still up.
And then
But I
it
am in single digits.
keeps
Can
swooping out.
the Can the dragon make a wisdom saving throw, please?
The dragon can absolutely make a wisdom saving throw.
DC 15, so I'm sure it'll get it.
We're looking for a 6. Oh, he got a 16.
Damn it! Nothing happens.
Cool. That's the dragon's turn. More hobgoblins running along behind you, Eisliesen. And remember, each round is, kind of 6 seconds. So this is all like, they are right behind you. They are on your ass. Like, they're coming through the pass just as you do. This guy, he's fine. He's able to, sidesteps the tower. And bits of rock that are coming crashing down.
Just give him the old thumbs up.
This other hobby-gobby. He's not so lucky. You give the thumbs up to the one that made it, and the one who's like barreling like behind him thinks it was for him, and he like throws you the thumbs up, and just like that lady in Mad Max, when you give the thumbs up, and just she's cleaned up. He's cleaned up by a rock, and yeah. Afterwards, he looks like he went under the tires of a Mad Max vehicle.
I don't think we want this bard. He seems to be bad luck.
I mean, I'm killing everything for you, essentially.
Hellhounds. Gonna catch up to Karu. Do you know what? He can't stand there, because that's already a hole in the ground. Can't get further and attack you at the same time. So he has to leap over that hole you made with your first explosion. But in doing so, he does not leave enough room for attacking.
That was forward planning on my behalf. Yep, for
That's
this
right.
one.
That's right. Yama, you are standing in difficult terrain,
With
so
enough
it is
ale,
half movement.
Maybe they can be inured against the horrors
I'm
below.
going to, because I have my Ring of Expeditious Retreat on, I will be able to make it to that hellhound. Using my 60 feet, and I'm going to stab it. Because he's gonna be like, haha, psych. Sorry, my d20s are rolling so slowly today. Shit. 13?
13 is not enough to attack a hellhound, I'm afraid. It
Makes
dodges
sense.
out of the way.
Oh my gosh, and a 15.
15 is just enough.
Oh, nice! Okay. Here we go. Double-handed slash. And then I will buff that with a spell. Oh my gosh. Court damage is so lame.
Is that 9?
Sorry. I'll burn a spell for this, but my D&D Beyond is going so slowly. I will burn a second level spell for another 3d8. That is a...
Yep.
Oh, sorry, so it's 9 damage plus 11 is 20 damage. Nice.
Alright, that bloodies the hound.
Nice. Alright, that's all I can do.
That's alright. So, that's all we can do sometimes. And you're doing this while being peppered with goblin arrows. 23 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
That's going to be 4 damage.
Alrighty.
More hobgoblins coming through the gauntlet of falling tower stones. This guy's going to be fine. Not asleep anymore. Let's remove that. Goblin sniper. How far away? He can't. Oh, he can't even. He probably can't see you that far. Oops. Captain, and then we've got a hobgoblin, and then it's Cillian.
All right. You know, still, you know, thinking the other side of that bridge seems a little bit safer than this side that's surrounded by his captors. I'm just gonna.
You can feel as you're taking steps on the bridge, like it's starting to shake. You can see like bits and pieces of it are starting to fall apart and fall off. So I'm gonna need you to also describe how you Legolas your way across this bridge.
How high are the bridge's walls?
Probably only like chest high, right? Or like waist high, so maybe like 3 or 4 feet.
Alright. Well, if the bridge itself's fallen apart, the wall's probably looking a little bit safer. Gonna mantle that wall and just, keep running the length of it.
Do you want to make me an acrobatics or possibly even a performance check to see how skillfully you balance beam across the edge of this?
Sure can.
16? Not bad. I think that's pretty good. So yeah, you leap up onto the wall and start running along swiftly. Swifter than any hobgoblin has any right to, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Definitely Yama couldn't do that.
I'm just gonna sprint that, so use both actions there.
Cool.
It's probably yelling friendly at this point, seeing people that aren't hobgoblins, thinking he's, a little bit safer with them than the ones that were trying to make him dance and sing and play the bagpipes.
So you're calling out in common?
Yes.
What are you yelling?
Friendly.
Okay.
Just in a, deep guttural hobgoblin voice. Just the word friendly.
Cillian yells back, "What the fuck did you call me?" Thinking it's some kind of elaborate insult.
Love that. And Cillian, it's your turn. You're in Yama's aura. There's a couple of hellhounds in front of you. And of course you've just seen a young dragon swipe past you and hit you with some of that stanky breath.
Yeah, Cillian's not very happy about that. So Cillian's gonna bonus action and drink a potion of maximum power.
Oh.
Because I still have that.
Yep.
And then he's gonna just fly up. So he's a bit closer in height to the dragon.
Sure.
And what are we gonna see here? Okay. Cillian will point, and you just see a flash of green shoot out of his finger. And I'm casting disintegrate.
Ooh. Read me out disintegrate, because I only looked at it on Karu's sheet for the other thing.
Yeah. Creature targeted by this spell must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 10d6 plus 40 damage, force damage. If the target falls to 0 hit points, it disintegrates. Everything it is wearing and carrying, except for magical items, are reduced to a pile of fine grey dust. The creature can be restored to life only by means of true resurrection or a wish spell.
Gotcha. So it's going to make a dexterity saving throw. It's not great. I'll tell you that now for free.
Yeah.
That's a
so it
7.
takes 100 points of damage.
Okay. 100 points of damage. Doesn't love that. That bloodies the dragon, but does not kill it.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, it was close.
Yeah.
I
figured it might be.
Yeah, describe to me what this looks like as you laser beam, a hole into its wing and back and so on.
Yeah, I like to think that Cillian's aiming for its neck, he's just going for the jugular. to try and drop this dragon because he's like, I didn't like that. You threw green at me, I throw green at you. But at like the last second, the dragon sort of like tilts a little bit and he just cops the wing.
Yeah.
So it's burnt a hole through its wing. So it's not very happy with me, but I'm sitting there with a big shit-eating grin on my face.
I like to think that it had turned in its swoop after blowing on you guys, and was like getting ready to go again, and you just like clip its throat and its wing, and it loses stability for a moment, and it looks like it's second guessing sticking around in this fight.
That was Cillian's whole thing. So all the dragon sees when it looks back is Cillian just like his wings flapping and his horns coming out of this slate of ice that's coming down around us. And he's just emerging out like really pissed off. And I don't think anyone else has seen Cillian use a spell that malicious before. Like he's actually trying to delete this dragon from existence, not kill it, make sure it doesn't exist anymore.
Rudy,
So
you
he's
hear a
very
voice
angry.
in your head, Karu, of Rudy saying, "What ho, I like him."
And
Yeah,
Cillian will just keep floating here.
Although he's so focused on
I-
organics, when we should really be taking out physically created things, because that is where the true power lies.
Karu's in his monstrous form, and he's also like fucked. So he just like.
You left a tower back there, Karu, fully formed. We should go back and take that one out.
Like he's just gurgling at this point.
Cillian,
I would have liked when I flew up. I would have like moved over 5 feet, so I'm in the center of the bridge as well.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, you're nice up in the air. You're kind of on par with the top of the watchtowers, or a little bit higher than the watchtowers potentially. And yeah, as you get up there, the sleet storm does start to end, but it's just left like that sheet of ice on the ground by now. But you've like emerged out of the sleet, out of the ice, just like the ice sizzling and steaming off your skin as you just level this disintegrate spell at the dragon. It turns and locks eyes with you, and you can see that it's remembering your face.
Yeah, oh good. I will not remember it.
Anything for Nesbit?
No, he's still just getting ready to cover. Oh, he might move over to like the next nearest tree
Cool.
if he can.
Yeah, sure.
He's just keeping watch, and I like to think that Nesbit sees that and he's like, God damn!
Yeah. He's like,
Doesn't believe that I can blow things up, and instead I can just burn holes in shit.
yeah, you just see him writing down a note. Or I guess the audience sees him writing down a note. Get Cillian to teach me that. The half ogre is definitely not dexterous. He's going to kind of barrel through. In fact, he's going to try and kind of catch part of this tower as it's like falling down upon him. He's going to try and prevent it from falling on the bridge. I mean, he was ordered, you protect the bridge, and so he lumbers up, throws down his axe, and just bang! And then you just see a a chunk of brick just slide out between where his two hands are holding and just crack him in the nose. He's okay. I mean, that doesn't kill him, but he's definitely like shocked, having just, when you get socked in the nose, it kind of fucks your day up. The hobgoblin who's been casting spells doesn't like the cut of your jib, Cillian. He sees you. He sees that you've attacked the dragon. He's like, not on my watch, bitch. And he begins 3 sort of lights light up on his staff, and he pulls it up and aims it at you. And these 3 darts fly towards you.
I'm sorry, I was in the other room. Counterspell.
Alright. Cool. Alright, well, you've countered his Magicka missile.
Ah, damn, I should have probably shield. Oh, well, whatever.
That's alright. Sorry, I was trying to describe it as best I could.
Yeah, Yeah, there are a few different skills with 3 darts.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pew, pew, pew. And the ice kind of melts away on the bridge. It is no longer difficult terrain.
Ooh.
Karu.
Yes, hello. I would like to attack the hellhounds that are near me.
Mhm.
So I'll go for the one that attacked that Yama hit
Mhm.
first.
Oh
for
my
fuck's
god.
sake. That's fine. I'll now turn and swing at the other one that's behind me. That machine that hits.
Yes. Yeah, you go for the first attack, and Rudy the Runeblade tries to like pull your arm in the direction of the bridge. And he's like, "No, the bridge! Attack it! Don't attack the flesh, attack the things!" And you have to kind of wrestle for control, so you don't get that first attack off, but you're able to slice through the second with the second attack.
I keep forgetting to do my wisdom save. Sorry. It doesn't matter that I failed my wisdom save, so I got a little crazy, but it's fine because the closest things to me are the 2 hellhounds. So
Good.
But I do have a Ruri doesn't get through because I'm just like, and I think Yama and Cillian are both like, oh no, not again. So the second one takes 15 slashing damage and 7 cold damage.
Okay. Yep. Done.
Yeah.
It is bloodied.
Cool. And then I'm gonna run, and because I have that feat, they can't take opportunity attacks on me because I have made attacks against them,
Gotcha.
regardless of whether I hit them. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
You hear a voice behind you yelling like, "Friend! Friend!"
Karu's like, what? He was on 4 hit points.
Sure. That's fine.
He was just running.
You see a hobgoblin park-harrowing on the edge of the on the bridge on the wall, yelling,
That gets my
"Friend!
attention.
Friend!"
Yeah. Karu, I reckon Karu is like, oh, only a friend would know how to park Karu. And so I think as he's running past Yama and Cillian, he's like ichor and blood and like absolutely wrecked, but he's like, friend? He's just pointing to where he heard that being said. And I have another potion of greater healing, so I'm gonna use a bonus action and drink that.
Sure.
I need it. That dragon's not dead yet.
Won't take long.
Ooh, 17.
Nice roll.
Yay! Heal. And then Diana, my girlfriend, I think she'll come running up to me.
Yeah, she sees that you're like all monstered out, and I think she probably like, not as her action, but like, as part of your bonus action, she's like helping you get the potion out because you're all like monstrous tendrils and whatever. Like, it's okay, babe, it's okay, it's okay. Shh, 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 shh.
And Kara's just like, no, get away, because he might fail his wisdom save next turn.
Yeah.
That's for later. And she is going to. I think she'll just take a shot, but she'll take a shot on the hellhound that.
Yeah, because you hit it, she doesn't need to roll to hit. Yeah.
Hence why I said that.
Nice.
Yeah, I know how to use retainers.
It's been so long since we've really used them, though, hasn't it?
12 piercing damage.
Cool. The creature is looking very bloodied now. Not looking very good at all.
Amazing. That's my turn.
Okay. Hobgoblins. One of them's going to jump down onto the bridge and start running. More goblin snipers. He's going to keep trying to target Diana, I think, because she looks like the squishiest kind of on the field. 12, I think, won't hit, though.
Nope.
Hellhound going to attack Yama, because he's the closest thing. Big old bite. 18 to hit? No.
No. Woo.
The dragon, not loving life, climbs, gains altitude, and starts legging it, or winging it, I should say, to the top of the tower where it was kind of resting before. It's going to spend its whole turn to get there.
Cillian yells out, "Yes, run away!"
And you see it, even though in that distance, obviously, it's just silhouettes. In fact, actually, I want to try something. Anyone who's watching, Captain, Cillian, Karu, and Yama, give me a...
Ooh.
Ooh.
Give me a
Oh my
perception
God.
check.
Is this gonna populate as we roll it? Because that's really cool.
Oops, I rolled it twice. No, I didn't.
You ruined it.
No, it's fine.
Nice. You're the closest to it.
You might need to click on the screen, Yama, rather than in D&D Beyond.
Oh, I see.
The worst part is my roll was worse than my passive
Mine was
perception.
better in D&D Beyond.
Karu and Cillian, I think you see, even though it's like dark, you know, it's up there. It seems to be rummaging through something, and you see it's like sticking its head into some kind of, you know, nest that it has on top of that. And you see it tilt its head back up. It seems to have some kind of large potion in its maw that it is pouring down its
No.
gullet.
No.
Come back over here. I'll just do it again.
Oh, God.
What else could it have up there?
All right, you got me. I'm curious. I'm going over there. How far away from me is it?
Don't apply that to Karu. I accidentally had you two selected when I rolled the potion of healing.
Yes,
take it.
give us help.
Oh, well, I've got no.
Thanks,
map now.
Dragon. Dragon was so scared of me that it healed us.
That's right. Cool.
Apparently, I'm blind now.
That's no good.
Is
Is that because you rolled a 5 on the,
Maybe. Just close my eyes. Can't see the world.
I think my game
Reload.
did freeze, though, maybe.
Yeah, I had to. Everything reloaded for me.
So we got some hobgoblin turns, and then I believe it is Yama's turn. So if Yama, if you want to tell us... oh, here we go. We're back in it. Hobgoblins running...
I'm just gonna have to use my imagination now.
Yeah.
Log on to the Twitch.
Yes, the hellhounds.
They have 10 less movement. Cause
Okay,
well, that
yeah.
one does because I hit him. But you know, whatever.
He moved 5 feet to me.
Yeah,
Turns out it was just Foundry crashing for me
Oh, good.
and reloading.
That's because I gave the healing to, you know, the dragon. It was like, that's not fair! You can't do that! Yama.
Alright, I'm gonna go for the one to my right with a double-handed swang. Oh, come on, D&D Beyond, so slow. Nope, that was a terrible roll. Roll number 2. So the first one was a 13. Oh, the second one is a natty 19.
Ooh.
Let's do this.
Which
and
one
then
is
I'm
that on?
Gonna, the one to the right of me.
Yep.
So I'm gonna burn another second level spell for extra 3d8.
I opened my eyeballs.
You can see again.
Yeah.
So that is a total of, do the damage, please. 21 points of damage on that one.
How would you like to do that?
So he, I think, decapitates it. Because are they fiends?
Yeah, technically.
Or undead.
Yeah,
Oh,
fiends.
because I actually get an extra 1d8 against fiends.
Oh,
So,
there you go.
yeah, he totally slices through its brain.
Yeah.
And he will stay there because he wants to keep that attention of that hellhound. So I will end my turn.
Sure.
In attack mode.
More goblin. You hear the goblin up above. The little goblin is like, traitor! And is gonna shoot down at you.
Traitor.
19 will not hit. These guys are pretty useless right now. This guy's come running in. All the other gobbos hot on your trail, trying to do. They saw what you did, Captain, and they're like, "If he could do that, I could do that." Free my mind. Free my mind. He gets to the other side, and he's like, "Yes!" And then bang! Just part of the tower. It's not their day. This little goblin who's like on the top of the tower, you just hear him flung off the edge.
These guys just kill themselves.
And it's at this point, I think, that the bridge is specifically starting to break apart and fall apart. In the areas where you weakened it, Karu, the tower has fallen, and it sent like a ripple from that point. And so... measurement tools. Just the parts of the bridge are starting to collapse. And you just see the guys who did make it across, Captain, right behind you, are just like, "Let's go, brother!" And this is that Legolas in the Hobbit moment where the bridge is starting to collapse just behind you. You're ahead of it currently, but if you are slow to act here, you will be having to jump up stones and disobeying the laws of gravity as you make your way up. It's your turn.
Fantastic. Seeing the dragon fly back the other way, there's this inkling of, that dragon's got treasure in its belly. And despite all the self-preservation, seeing the bridge falling, seeing everyone die, he is going to step back a little bit. Just, jump onto
enough?
the bridge itself.
Yeah.
Swing out his wargong, smack it, in front of his face. His altered form slips away, and casts Rothalim's Psychic Lance at the dragon. And so a giant psychic beam fires out of his head after the gong slips down. That one.
Alright. Shimmering Lance of Psychic Power from your intelligence saving throw. Target the dragon. Intelligence saving throw. It didn't do well. It rolled
Nice.
2.
Oh no!
That's a 5? I assume that doesn't quite cut it?
No, it needed to be a 13, DC 13.
Sure.
So it's gonna take 25 psychic damage, and it's also incapacitated until the next start of my next turn.
Alright.
Bum, bum.
25 psychic damage. And incapacitated is like stunned, right? Like it's like you fall over and...
Yeah, so it basically, it just can't do anything.
Yeah. Okay. Can you roll for me can you flip a coin actually? So roll 1d2. 1, the dragon starts sliding off the watchtower incapacitated. 2, it kind of falls the other way and is like stable on the roof. That's a 2. So it starts
Damn.
sliding and kind of just comes to a stop.
So my altered self is now gone too.
We're all like, what the fuck?
Yeah, this hobgoblin's form just ripples away, and there's this 6'5" piratey looking elf man there.
And you're still yelling friend, and we're just like, we don't know you.
Who the fuck are you?
Just fired a beam, a lance out of my forehead at this dragon.
In
That's
fact,
a unicorn.
I mean, to you guys, your dark vision doesn't extend that far across the bridge. All you see, and all you hear, I guess, is someone yelling, friend, 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 and then a giant lance of like psychic energy just light up. You see Captain Eisliesen for just a moment, and that psychic lance just bury itself into the dragon. Yeah.
One loud bang on the gong.
That's right.
Sick.
What is Cillian, Yama, and Karu's reaction to that?
Well, does Cillian see the lance hit the dragon?
I think so. I think it probably has enough light to kind of light it up on its travel, right? Like it's a little bit of, yeah.
And knowing what I know of magic, can I make an Arcana check to see if I know what that was?
Sure.
Oh, I've lost audio.
I think Dan dropped out for a second there.
I'm
Yeah.
still here, maybe.
Hang on,
Yeah,
I
you
can
are.
still hear.
Yep.
Yay!
So would I go to make an Arcana check?
Yes, yeah.
Alrighty. Oh, still an 18.
How would
What
you?
the-
So, Aaron, how would you describe how your character, like, obviously it's psychic damage. Do you classify your bard? Like, bard is, I don't think is like a, wizards, bards, sorcerers. People would just call them all mages, right? Like in the world, I don't think there's like a specific definition. Like Karu wouldn't necessarily be known as a blood hunter. He would just be like a mercenary or an assassin or some kind of like hunter, right? Are your abilities purely magical, or are they because it's psychic? Is there some sort of like key kind of psychic level in there? Is it sort of where does your magic come from in world?
Yeah, so it would be psychic based because he's College of Whispers,
Mhm.
and so he's developed some psychic abilities, telekinetic, that sort of stuff. So the basis of it's magic, but it's definitely all psychic based.
So yeah, Cillian, I think you registered that this was not just like a regular spell. This is not some book wizard out there. This is someone who's like tapped into the resonance of their brain and sound in some weird way. Like this is the Himalayan monks who drone chant so they can walk through the mountains or whatever, right? Like
I do think there's an irony in that it's Rothalim's psychic lance, and Rothalim was a dragon.
yeah. But yeah, so this magic feels very different to your book magic, Cillian.
Well, would I be able to shift it then to ascertain what the effect that it's done to the dragon? Based on what I can see of the dragon here.
I think with an 18, you definitely know that it would have caused some damage to it, and I think with an 18, you're pretty sure it was like a burst of psychic energy. I'll leave it to you if it's kind of on the edge, right? Like, would Cillian know that this incapacitates or stuns a creature? I think maybe it's a reach, but if you really
Cillian
think...
doesn't know anything of incapacitating anything. He just knows of killing.
Sure. Yeah. And I don't think Cillian has a lot of psychic-based damage in his repertoire, so you just felt
he
like a
knows
big
of it,
psychic
but-
wave of energy, and you're like, whoa, I'm glad I wasn't in the path of that.
Yeah, Cillian respects it, but doesn't have it himself because he never thought it was really. He's like, it's not useful. I can throw fire at things. Like,
Yeah.
why would I bother? But he's like, that's kind of cool. Yeah, okay.
Sweet. Alright, the dragon is damaged and incapacitated for now.
I think Yama would say, like, I don't know if Cillian says any of that out loud, but Yama is like, if there's somebody, a prisoner of the hobgoblins or something. We have to wait. We have to get them out as well.
Cillian's like, there's that weird dude over there that keeps fucking yelling at us. He just did some
Yeah,
cool shit. But he doesn't seem like a prisoner. He's running.
Can't see him yet.
You saw the flash out of his forehead, did you not?
No, I'm looking at this fucking hellhound.
Yama's like, blade is in the jaws of a hellhound, like, I'm a little busy.
Get it together, man. Cillian's like, get it together. What the hell? You didn't see that? Like, that was kind of cool. But like that guy, you know, could you hear the guy yelling "friend"?
I can definitely hear him. That's what I'm saying. I think we
Yeah.
have to wait for him, right?
He doesn't look like a prisoner. He's running.
But that's
He
what
looks
I mean.
pretty
like,
free to me.
Yeah. So.
Anything else
I'm saying
from
friend.
the captain? Any bonus actions or anything like that?
Yes. Now that his form has faded away, he's gonna use my bonus action to produce flames. And creates a little ball of fire in his hand. Throw some light out around him.
See?
I'm fucking busy.
That guy.
That's 20 foot of bright light and 20 feet of dim light.
Okay, yeah. Let me just put that on your token. As you do that, the hobgoblins who are kind of like running with you are like, oh, you're not, yeah, you're not Slob. Ah! Yeah, they weren't happy about that. Hobgoblin stuck on the other side of the bridge. Cillian.
Cillian, upon seeing this weird idiot running across a bridge yelling "friend," he's like, yeah, alright, Yama's right, I guess. We'll fly forward 30 feet. And I'm guessing like the end of the bridge is like somewhere here. Oh.
Kind of where the red is, if you can see the red.
Okay, cool.
So it's collapsing and starting to collapse closer and closer to where the captain is.
Okay. Well,
my dumbass
basically-
threw it right back towards it. So.
I've got two options. Now I'm gonna go for the funnier one. Cillian saw the captain's magic and is like, well, I'll show you more of my magic. That'll do it. And I'm gonna throw a 4th level fireball there and just try to destroy that bank of the bridge even more.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep, 4th level. That's fire. Oh, god damn it.
You see like a couple of hobgoblins who have like lost footing but are like trying to climb up on the railing of the bridge itself, and like just as like one or two of them climb up into safety and are getting ready to like either scurry back the way they came or maybe like make a break for the other side of the bridge, this fireball just comes in and just bang explodes, burning up any kind of wooden struts, lighting on fire a bunch of the barrels and stuff like that were in the tower that Karu collapsed, and just wreathing almost like a wall of fire, I would like to say.
Alright.
Yeah.
So if I click this, do they do their rolls?
Let me go target, sturdy saving throws, sturdy. Oh, they all fail very badly.
And then damage.
And then we click damage.
Roll.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 34 damage to all of them. Apply. Boop. Boop.
Yeah. Cillian just blows up everything behind this weird elf.
One of the hobgoblins, seemingly like one of the captains, he's barely clinging on to life. But I'm going to say that's enough. Like, I'll tell you now, on a meta level, he has 3 health, but that much damage all in one hit, he loses his grip and just plunges into the water below.
Cillian's just laughing. Cillian thinks it's hilarious. And then he will yell to this elf, I don't know you, but come here. And he'll like extend a hand down just in case. If he gets to me and the bridge fully collapses, he can sort of jump and grab my hand if he has to.
Now you're 40 feet up last time we checked.
I'll come down 20 feet. Make it. He could jump.
20
He's not
feet.
jumping 40
20 foot
feet.
vertical leap. Let's go.
Oh, he's sprinting.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pirate. He might be able to do it.
Exactly. He can kick off the wall, do some
Big
parkour.
pirate
He was
too.
doing parkour before.
That's true. The half ogre who was trying to like hold up the tower. I think the entire tower is just collapsing in around him, and he's just getting knocked on the head. And eventually, the rest of the tower kind of collapses in on him, and he just gets lost in the rubble.
He didn't get to hear any more bagpipes.
Mm.
Okay.
You can play them at his funeral, which we won't be
Um,
holding.
From behind you, Cillian, you hear in Hobgoblin, so maybe you don't quite get it and quite understand it. But you see the Hobgoblin wizard who you had counterspelled last round and was trying to magic missile you. This time, his staff is crackling with electrical energy, and it lances out at you. And he just yells out, "Demon spawn!" And this,
Counterspell.
what level?
4th.
Okay. Does that counter 4th level spells?
Yeah, I believe it counters whatever level spell the level is.
Oh, can you just
No,
check?
no, I have
It's
to
not a
make
roll.
You attempt to interrupt a creature, blah, blah, blah. If the creature is casting a spell of 3rd level or
Less than
lower,
or
the spell
equal to.
fails. At higher
Less-
levels, when you cast this spell, spell sort of 4th level or higher, the interrupted spell has no effect.
Yeah, cool. Just double checking because I know there is a,
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah, if I cast it at 3rd level, I had to roll.
Yeah, gotcha.
At 4th level, no roll.
Cool. Well, he's upset, and I don't get to do his lightning bolt.
And Cillian just looks back at him and goes, "Don't even try."
Just gonna put it on the map because I'm upset and I want to see the cool animation.
I mean, I can let it go through, and I can try and roll if you'd like. We
Yeah.
can we'll give him a chance.
No, you've done it now. You've done it. Karu, you've broken all my dreams, Dylan. See how it is.
8 doesn't take any damage.
We'll just kill him
Ruining
next round. It's
dreams.
fine.
We're the worst party ever.
We're really well tuned now.
How's that 9 looking, Karu? For your-
Come on.
I spoke too soon.
Diana's like got a handkerchief out and she's kind of like dabbing away at some of the poison that's on your brow, and like trying to wipe away the ichor that's around your face. It's like shh, babe, it's okay. Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I swipe
my
at
God.
her with my blade.
27 hits.
It's not all that because she's not undead.
Sure.
But 14 slashing damage. Oh god, and 5 cold damage. So I'll roll her con
So-
check.
19 total.
Oh, what is it? Con save +5. Okay. Sick. I had a whole nother idea, and now I can't do it. You said I'm in. Ow.
I think 11 just makes it, right? Because it's 10 or half.
Just makes it. Yeah,
Yes.
so she doesn't lose a point.
Yeah.
So yeah, Karu, she's, trying to make him better. Karu just like maybe he was looking at where the gong had happened.
Wait,
He
she has a
was like,
reaction called Bolstering Praise. She can turn that into a crit. No, I'm just kidding.
I know. No, I'm aware. I'm aware. I
Good
was
job.
like, that would be fun.
Good job, Karu.
Good job. Yeah, no. No, and he was looking out over the bridge where he heard the gong, because I reckon he was hearing all the instruments as they're running behind him on the bridge, and so he just heard this gong, and he looked that way, she's like cleaning, like trying to like close up one of the wounds on his face, and without looking, he just like slashes at her, and then like his eyes clear a little bit. They're still like full black because that's what happens, and he's just like, "Fuck, okay, don't just stay away from me." And I'm gonna use. I was gonna use more movement, but where? I can get up the stairs from memory. What are those? 30 feet, and then I can get to there. So I'm going after that spellcaster.
All right.
And I feel like Diana at this point is pretty aware of this whole shebang with Karu. She's never actually been stabbed herself, but she's just like, oh, that's what all that therapy's for. And can she see this sniper up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, she will.
Do you know what? Because Diana has the same AC as that sniper, and you hit her, I'll say that she hits the goblin.
Thank you. Thank you. I enjoy it. Fuck my life. 1d8 plus 10.
Yeah.
Piercing damage at that sniper.
I just realized as well, she actually gets 2 attacks, because she's hit level 7. She gets 2 signature attacks. That will be enough.
It doesn't... Yeah, it doesn't, like, say anything.
No, so if you mouse over it, it says that 7th level retainers can take 2 signature attacks per round.
Oh. Do I need to roll damage, or you reckon?
It'll be enough. It'll be enough with 2.
Okay,
So,
cool.
Yeah, you're running up
just...
the things, and you just see her, like, get 2 arrows on the bow, and just, pshoom, like, let them go, and that little goblin falls down.
Oh, yeah. Karu's like, we'll discuss this when we get back to the ship, I'm sorry, as he runs off.
Yeah. This hellhound, not loving how hard it is to try and bite at your ankles, Yama, he opens his mouth and starts breathing fire at you.
Ooh.
So I'm going to need you to make a dex save.
Okie dokie. Here we go. It's gonna be an 18. 7.
So that is 14 fire damage on you, Yama.
Alrighty. Honestly, Yama's looking pretty fine.
Dragon is incapacitated. Is that until the end of your next turn, Captain?
The start of my next turn, yeah.
Start of your next turn, cool. It is unconscious on that roof.
It's very much conscious.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's conscious, but it just can't move its body.
Yeah, its brain's just like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
It's like dribbling a little.
Oh yeah, and like that dribble is like burning through the roof of the watchtower. Like that.
Yeah, it's poisonous. It's poisoning everything around it.
Yeah.
God, I hope there's no food in that crate.
And I think it's landed like a cat or a dog sleeping. Like its legs are a bit splayed. It's not like a cute sleep. It's not like a cute incapacitation. It's like
acute incapacitation.
It's had a hard night at the pub.
That's right.
That's so funny. So I just rolled a 21 to hit the hellhound in front of me. I'm gonna burn a first level spell. And because it's Fiend, I'm gonna roll extra 3d8 instead of 2d8. So that is 14 plus... My computer's really falling apart. Did I just roll 4 on 3d8?
I'm gonna tell you, you're very lucky. You needed a total of 16 damage to kill this beast, so you just made it.
Wait. Oh my god, okay, cool. That's so ridiculous.
That's some rough rolling on that last one. Holy hell.
So your sword plunges through the flame breath of the hellhound and just like lodges in its mouth, and then your return fire, your holy fire, pushes back the flames and just erupts the hellhound, disintegrating it into golden dust.
And Yama is going to maybe like 10 feet. Just move himself back into the whoops, I had to move up. Just move himself back into the middle, still shouting insults at these inferior hobgoblins, telling them how much better his captain Reva is.
Yeah. And they're yelling down like, "No, Bailey was our favorite!" and just shoot at you. These guys I'm just gonna take out of combat. They're not coming closer.
What's the state of the bridge anyway?
Oh yeah, I was just about to get to that because it's Captain's
Oh,
turn.
sorry.
The bridge is collapsing underneath you, Captain. This is gonna have to be you're gonna have to jump, or you're gonna have to do something clever here, as the bridge is starting to fall down beneath you as you run forward. What do you do?
The jumping sounds like a good thing. Just having been facing towards the dragon, push back and push on the back of his heels as hard as he can, jump backwards, and do a nice little spin. And hopefully bound his way to the safe side of the bridge.
So give me some kind of athletics, or maybe like an acrobatics, or how, what are you doing to kind of get ahead of these bricks as they're like falling in front of you as you start running? Or like,
yeah, it's definitely acrobatics, just using the momentum of them to, jump from each one, trying to stay ahead of the ones collapsing. God, I hope this goes well. Hey, that's a good one.
21? I think that's fine. So I'll even say, like, you get to, we'll give you a little bit of extra juice on that one. Cillian, you're reaching down with one hand to, like, hey, I've got you if you need it. But Captain, you don't need it. Do you take the hand anyway, though? Or is it kind of like you brush it out of the way as you sort of jump past? Or what does it look like?
It's definitely the brushing aside of the hand.
High five?
Yeah, just thumbs up.
Better be a high
doesn't
five.
quite understand how social interaction works, so just thumbs up into the hand.
Shocking grasp.
Hey man, that's not nice. Still got the ball of flame in the other hand, just bouncing away.
Yeah.
There's no heat or anything coming off that, by the way, so just looks like a light.
Now, it's 9:20. We're sort of a little bit over on time. We can call it here and either resume next week, or if it's you guys would retreat at this point. You've done your job. The bridge has collapsed. We can kind of hand wave. I'm not going to make you like chase down every single hobgoblin. That can be kind of narrative. If you're wanting to stick around for the dragon, we're going to have to maybe shift that to next week. Assuming the dragon even comes after you. You kind of hurt it pretty badly. But there's no bridge to get over there, so it's only really accessible by anyone who can fly, which is Cillian, kind of.
I can give someone else fly, or I can polymorph someone into something.
So, discuss it. You can have a moment to kind of discuss it in character. You can have that, are we leaving, are we staying, are we going? Karu, like, effectively, as far as I'm concerned, you're up there just stabbing hobgoblin mages. Like, he goes to cast spells, but you're just like, nah, because you've got Mage Slayer. Diana is like picking off the other goblin sniper on the other watchtower. Yama, you, Cillian, see this this high elf, sort of very suntanned high elf, who has just leapt off the bridge as it collapses behind him. Dust, whips at his robes, whipping at the war gong on his shoulder, and it's just punctuated by a bit of a from the bagpipe.
Of course it is.
Cillian would, at this point, is within range of the dragon.
Okay.
I'll just say that.
I'll tell you what.
We're doing this in character.
Yeah.
Yama's like, grab him and let's go. But we can do this next week if you want.
Well, Cillian, you've got
Cillian's
one
just gonna
turn before the end of the round, so
Yeah.
I'll let you have your turn. And if you don't kill the dragon here, we'll obviously call it we'll call it either way.
Okay.
But
Alrighty then.
Captain's just exclaiming that dragon's full of damn treasure.
Yeah, that's what Cillian's thinking.
in fact,
Uh,
Captain Eisliesen, you actually saw this dragon up close because it was like leading these hobgoblins. It does have pearls, but tucked in between its scales here and there. Like it's almost like bedazzled some of its scales with pearls.
Cillian's gonna cast the 5th level fireball.
Are we? Can I very quickly? This will help you, Cillian. Are you casting it at the dragon?
Yes.
Can I have it that Diana in her turn moved like
Sure. Yeah.
forward? Cool. Because she has a reaction that would be really helpful if you hit it. Which I
It
imagine
has
it
to-
does.
Yeah, it's gotta dodge me.
So I'm
Uh,
looking at.
Bolstering Praise is about hitting, so it's not a hit spell. It's Fireball's like an AoE.
I know, it's just like it's so vague in how it's just like after an ally hits an enemy creature.
Yeah, so hit is the keyword there. So
roll to hit.
roll to hit.
I mean,
yeah.
if I have something that is a roll to hit that I can use.
Yes.
Yeah,
look.
because it'll turn it into a crit.
Yeah,
If you-
yeah. So
if you
something that's
succeed.
more of a rather than an AoE, something that is a direct projectile.
Yeah.
She can
Yeah,
definitely do
no,
it.
the only thing I have that is a direct projectile is not enough range.
Okay.
Well, she goes,
So,
well,
yeah.
you don't get my help then. Don't worry about it.
After Captain Eisliesen's turn, the dragon is no longer incapacitated, so it won't automatically fail this check. Just as a heads up.
Yep, that's all good. I'm just gonna throw a fireball
Mhm.
right there.
Yeah.
So if you want to do the dex saves,
Yeah, just in range too. We love that.
yeah.
Let me select all of these guys, and I think if I hit target and then go dex saving throw. Let me roll for all of them. The hobgoblin certainly failed. The dragon fails.
Rolling damage.
Get it?
36
Oh.
fire damage.
36 fire damage. Ooh. Close, but no cigar, my friend.
Do I have anything that I can do?
Yeah, if there's any juice you've got on this, I'm gonna do what Katie did to us the other day and take a little screenshot of the health bar. Oh, actually, well I can boss health bar.
You just show it to us. Oh wow! It's like the opposite. It's like the opposite of the one I showed you guys.
Yeah,
I wasn't watching it.
there's a mod that
Could
makes it
I
like
argue?
a Elden Ring health bar for a boss.
Amazing.
Could I argue to use an inspiration to reroll the damage die?
Ooh, interesting. No, I don't think we want to set that precedent.
Rats. What else do I have? No, I don't think I have anything.
Alright. Well, this dragon
unless-
certainly does not want to rejoin the fight. And unless Karu or Diana, I don't think Diana can even get. Oh, she probably can get close enough. But the bridge is going to collapse up to here. I'm going to narratively say it's going to be upsetting, but also cool because you're going to have to refight it again later potentially.
Next time I'm gonna kill it.
That fucking
Like, immediately.
Jabberwock.
You see, as those of you have to kind of stand back and move back as the bridge collapses, you see the dragon. You know, it's got smoke billowing off its wings. Part of its throat is all fucked up. You see it kind of go into its nest of what's kind of left and rummages around for a bit. Seems to drink another potion and turn invisible.
Nice.
I am going to make a mental note of that dragon, of what it looked like and where I damaged it. So if
Yeah.
we see it again in the next month, or if I'm gonna write it down in my book just to be like, oh, I know this guy.
Yeah.
But if I don't get around to doing that, if we see it in the next month, I'll know it's the same one.
Yeah. Excellent. And I think that's probably the best spot to end it. We've gone a little bit over time. Captain, thank you for joining us on the adventure, and we'll pick up next week with the kind of greeting and perhaps, a hey, can you get me out of here kind of thing. We'll work out how that's all going to work next week. But apart from that, did everyone have fun with solving my dragon bridge puzzle?
I was super dope.
Yes.
I think we did good.
I feel like Karu kind of
Yeah.
forced it a little bit, but
I think I made some really good choices, including dropping the bomb on myself twice.
and trying to give the bomb to the dogs.
That was
a good idea.
That was a good idea.
That was
Yeah.
I'm just
It
glad
just
I
didn't
managed
work.
to not roll bad.
Yeah,
There
sorry
were
about
so
that.
many chances for death.
I know, but I was like, Karu just sees another hobgoblin. He's not gonna think anything else, but
Excellent. All right, we'll call it there. Thank you very much, team, and thank you to, I know Josh was in chat, and a bunch of other randoms as well turned up. If you're all still here, thank you. But we're going to go. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Good boy.